everyone, Leslie Jackson here. I hope you guys are doing well. Here I am in this video going to show you how to build your buyer or seller guides within Command. These buyer and seller guides are reflected in the KW mobile app, which was just rolled out this week. So super excited to show you really being able to take it to the next step level for your consumer or your client. So check this out. If you were to head to the site's applet on the left-hand side, we're now calling it consumer site, by the way, or consumer rather. We're going to head here and we're going to click on Guide Builder. Now, this is really just the full experience that you get to put your client through, whether they are buying or selling a home. And it's really cool because you get to be really specific on those next steps of what's going to happen next within their buying process or their selling process. Now, it's really nice because Keller Williams has already created a jumpstart for us. So for this example, we're in the buyer's guide here, and you'll see just the basics of how to get pre-approved and what looks like to be touring homes and how to make an offer, et cetera, right? The whole home buying process. Well, it's nice because you get to add your own steps and you get to customize this whole thing. So if you want to add a step, you can do so by creating a new title, create a subtitle, and basically the subtitle will show them or describe to them about the title. You'll click and drag your own photos in so that they could see, what kind of imagery that you're promoting, whether that's around your business or if it's about an inspection. Maybe you take a photo from your library and put an inspector, your favorite inspector in. So let's say you have your go-to inspector, you could put the photo of them in there and just to give them some insight of hey, here's your inspector, here's what they look like, and this is for you to know once you do set up the inspection that you get to call them and talk to this person. Okay, so that's just an example. Another example is to come up here and click on one of these tabs, and you can actually just come in and upload your own image here, or just use this and put your own wording in. So if you do like this, you could say start your search, but maybe you don't like this photo. Maybe it's not really speaking to your demographic and or your area. So if you're in the mountain area, you're going to show a mountain home, right? And you could put those sort of specifics in here and basically just come in and put in more information. Now, workspace details, this is basically just giving you more insight and the consumer more insight of everything that you want to provide for them. Okay, and you're going to save changes and go to the next step. Now, the cool thing is if you start here and you edit this step, you can actually drag these steps. So maybe you want to put this step here, or down this step down here, right? So I'm just simply showing you for training purposes. Obviously, we're going to start our search at the very beginning as a buyer. Okay, cool. So another thing that I want to show you too is an introduction. So you want to be able to speak to your consumer and give them the message and just let them know what's happening. Congratulations on starting the process of buying your home. So this is a buyer's guide, right? So same thing that you're going to do in the selling side. I'm going to just click back. I'll click on the selling guide. I'll click on the edit button over here and I'll do the same thing. So obviously different steps for sellers, very similar to the under contract process with buyers. However, this is where you get to be really specific. And I always like to say, this is where you get to shine in your value proposition. So what kind of value are you providing to your consumer? And then give them those sort of really cool nuggets and messages through this guide. Because what will happen is when they do actually go under contract, you could say, Mr. and Mrs. Seller or Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, if you have already downloaded my KW mobile app, you can go in here and click on this guide here, and this is going to literally let you know every single step of the way what's going to happen, so you can know what to look ahead to, and then also what's happening now in the process of buying your home or selling your home. Cool. Now that was a simple, obvious, easy tutorial. What I really want to point out too is your opportunities. Now we've talked about opportunities many times prior to the KW mobile app, but why this is important is because these are your own stages and phases that you bring yourself through for the transaction. And you also bring the consumer through the transaction by using those really handy dandy checklists, and you get to move them throughout the process. So for example, if you have, let's say, an active client, you're going to mirror this coming soon campaign and the showing and negotiations. You're going to mirror these steps in the consumer guide, the consumer guide plan, so that when you move them through those specifics and you go through those exact checklists for yourself and making sure that you're not missing anything in your value proposition via opportunities, your consumer is actually going through the same steps just on their mobile app. So that's a really cool thing, is that you not only get to keep yourself on point by using opportunities and those checklists, but I would literally, instead of starting from the very top, I would just come into your opportunities if they're set and go to those active under contract stages and literally copy what you have here into the guide, so you know exactly their experience is going to be and what your experience is going to be. All right, you guys, hopefully that was helpful. Leslie Jackson, you can always connect with me through your market center, and also I'll be teaching regional trainings throughout the year. Leslie Jackson at kw.com. Thank you so much.